What's good, YouTube? And today we're talking about if you should get a Steam Deck in 2025. Now, my whole thing is, bro, I've been wanting the Steam Deck, but I just keep stalling myself. I'm like, should I get one? Do I really need it? Am I really gonna use it? So for some backstory, bro, I have a Switch, and I don't really play my Switch like that no more. The only times I played my Switch was when I was playing Zelda. I beat Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and that's about it. Like, I haven't used my Switch since. I don't really like playing in handheld mode like that. But lately, I've been like getting the urge to like lay in my bed and playing handheld mode. I don't know what it is, bro, but sometimes I'm thinking like, damn, I don't want to go on my desk right now. I wish I could just, you know what I'm saying, play it in my hand. And that's where I'm thinking about the Steam Deck. That's when the Steam Deck thought started coming in. The Steam Deck was on sale on Steam for like $320, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna just wait. Bro, I got on Steam one day, bro. It was gone. Had me like, I was like, damn, bro. So today we're gonna watch a video and see if this could convince me and hopefully anybody out there who is thinking about getting the Steam Deck, bro. If you guys want more videos like these, like, comment, subscribe, bringing more gaming stuff to the channel because I love gaming a lot, bro. So without further ado, let's lock in. Do yourself a favor, buy a Steam Deck in 2026.
As a Nintendo Switch user, I finally gave in and switched to the Steam Deck.
Okay.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my latest obsession. But before we get into the main reasons for my change and why you might want to consider getting a Steam Deck as well, let's take a step back and enjoy the unboxing experience, because Valve is simple and to the point. Cardboard box,
okay.
A big leaflet telling you to plug it in before switching it on, a respectable sized charging brick, and the star of the show, of course, the Steam Deck itself.
That's so tough that it comes with a case, bro. I love that heavy.
It even comes neatly packed in its own travel pouch, which I honestly wasn't expecting,
yeah,
and that's
tough.
a nice touch. The text on the leaflet clearly wasn't big enough for me, because I still tried turning the deck on before plugging it in. Obviously that didn't work, but once I did plug it in, the setup was quick. Language, region, Wi-Fi, and then you're done. While the deck was sorting its
Another thing that confuses me about not confusing me, but it's like hindering my purchase, bro, is the gap between the LCD and the OLED. Okay, so like my if y'all watch my first video up on the channel, put it up right here, bro. And I went through me building my PC setup, and a lot of my reason why it took so long is because like I want to do so much research, make sure I'm getting the best thing, but not spending so much money. So at first, bro, my PC budget started at like 900. Then it went to 10. Then it went to 1,000. Then I was like, I could spend a little more. And I went to this. Then it went to that. You know what I'm saying? I just kept going up and up and up. And then to the point where, bro, I started, you know, I spent 1,300. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about the Steam Deck is the LCD one is tough, bro. You get it for like 400, right? Calm price. If it's on sale, $319, right? That's cool. But the OLED version is $550. And I don't know I could spend $550 on it, bro. But getting the LCD will make me think like, damn, I could have an OLED right now. You see my dilemma, bro? And I don't like buying used things neither, bro. Oh, bro, I'm cooked, bro. Oh my God, I'm cooked. All right, let me cut the video, bro.
Itself out, my cats were having a full spa moment on the fluffy blanket. But their relaxation didn't last long, because the setup finished faster than expected and it was time for me to play. And one of the first things I did after setting up the deck was to install Decky Loader. It's the simplest way to unlock the small quality of life plugins that make the deck feel truly personal. Almost like adding apps to your phone. And honestly, this is one of my favorite things about the Steam Deck. You can take the hardware you already bought and elevate it with smart little software additions. Once Decky was in, I started adding the essentials. I installed CSS Loader and added the Proton DB badges, which give you a much more cleaner, more up-to-date visual of how well your games run on the deck. while I was in the middle of trying to make everything perfect, I also slapped on a screen protector because accidents do happen and the last thing you want is a giant scratch staring back at you. I went with the anti-glare finish and just look how satisfying this bubble removal is. I'd seen people worry that...
Where you get that from? I can use that for my phone, I ain't gonna lie. I need that, bruh.
Anti-glare might hurt image quality, but luckily I had a second Steam Deck LCD without a protector, and here is your side-by-side comparison. To me, they look basically identical. The big difference is that the reflections are practically gone, and that colors stay really well preserved through the protector. The camera doesn't do it justice, but in person it's genuinely hard to tell which one has the film on. Sadly, the Steam Deck doesn't have a built-in kickstand like the Switch does, which is not necessarily a deal breaker, but definitely a quality of life loss, especially when you want to use a controller while it's charging. So I grabbed the JSOX case with a built-in kickstand. It's not exactly as flexible as the Switch is, but it does the job and makes a big difference. Storage-wise, 256GB wasn't enough for me, and I don't think it is enough for anyone. So I added a 512 gig SD card. The SD card is hot swappable, and because I already had games on it from my other Steam Deck, they just appeared instantly on this one with no reinstalling necessary, which was wonderful. Now, here is why I bought the Steam Deck LCD and why I think it's absolutely worth buying in 2026. I'm at that stage of adulthood where my job and hobbies kinda gang up on me, so long gaming sessions aren't really happening. And like any responsible adult, I got myself a handheld to squeeze microdoses of dopamine whenever I have a free minute. The Switch did that for me for years, but eventually I hit two problems. My Steam backlog of shame wasn't going anywhere, and if I wanted any of those games to play on Switch, I had to buy them twice. And at some point, something didn't add up. I wanted a handheld that fit into my life the same way my Switch did, but it had to run Steam games, be comfortable, have a decent screen, and most importantly, have a sleep...
See, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I ain't no old head yet, so I have free time, like... I go to work, I come back, I record videos, I play games. Like I have free time. So my reason for wanting the Steam Deck isn't like him. I want a Steam Deck so I can lay in my bed when those days where I don't want to get out and just go around the house, like, or just travel purposes. Cause when me and my family go places, bro, I can't take my PC with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so stuff like that, bro.
Wake function. And that last requirement kind of eliminated almost every Windows handheld instantly, because they are powerful for sure, but they cost almost as much as laptops and have questionable battery life. But the biggest problem is no proper sleep-wake function. You can't just turn off the screen mid-game, you have to save the game, put it to sleep, and then when you resume, you have to wait for Windows to reinitialize everything, which eats into your precious time. The Steam Deck, on the other hand, sleeps and wakes just like the Switch. It's fast, it's smooth, and is definitely reliable. Naturally, the next thing that drew me to the deck was the price. The LCD model goes on sale often, or at least is the only version I saw on sale. And during Black Friday, it dropped to £279. So of course I grabbed it. At that price, it was a steal. I've been using the Switch OLED for ages, and I upgraded to the Switch 2 LCD at launch. And I won't lie, OLED is nicer visually, but once you start using a good LCD panel, you barely notice the differences unless the screens are side by side. And if you're not living surrounded by OLED monitors, your brain adapts pretty much instantly. I didn't know.
Yeah, see, I just upgraded to an OLED monitor, so I see the difference now, bro. My difference isn't even just in the vibrant colors. My difference I see is in the blacks, bro. The blacks are so much deeper. But obviously, when I get a Steam Deck, I'm not looking to play big AAA games on my Steam Deck anyway. I'm looking to play like smaller games that I'm gonna buy here and there. You feel me? So I guess it don't matter that much. Ah, man, this looks fun though. I want a Steam Deck, bro, but.
What is the downgrade, so to speak, until I force myself to compare them. So is the Steam Deck LCD some massive downgrade from the OLED model? No, absolutely not. Another thing that completely sold me on the deck is that I can play games even when Steam labels them as unsupported. If you've used the deck for more than 5 minutes, you already know the compatibility checker is a bit conservative, because a lot of the games marked as unsupported run perfectly fine, and this is exactly where those ProtonDB badges I added earlier come in handy. Take Big Ambitions for example. Steam calls it unsupported, but ProtonDB marks it as gold. And honestly, ProtonDB was the one telling the truth here, because I am driving in New York, taking a stroll through one of my busiest factories at a flawless 60 FPS in handheld mode. For someone like me who makes Big Ambitions videos and spends hours in that game, this is huge. If I'm traveling or lying in bed with an idea for the next episode, I'm not tied to my desk or locked into Nintendo's library anymore. I can pull out the deck, load my save, and keep going. I can enjoy this freedom of choice. And speaking of freedom, sometimes after a long day at work, I don't want to sit in a chair at my PC.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, some days you just want to chill out. Like, oh, I should have got the deck, bro. I should have got it. Steam stuff be going on sale like OD, bro. Bro, y'all seen the winter sale right now on Steam, bro? This game's there for like $2. Bro, I'm gonna get a Steam Deck next time I go on sale. I'm gonna get it.
Sometimes I just want to melt into the sofa and still play something beautiful. And this is where the deck becomes unfairly good. If a game is a bit too heavy for the deck natively, or if I'm just craving ultra settings and ray tracing, I don't have to compromise. I can relax, lean back and play the full fat version of the game running on my desktop while streaming it on the deck. It is as if the Steam Deck transforms into a PS Portal. Let's talk about something that makes the Steam...
It has that? I should have bought it. I didn't even know it could do... Man, what?
It is as if the Steam Deck transforms into a PS Portal. Let's talk about something that makes the Steam Deck feel even smoother. You know that old joke where people tell you to just download more RAM? Well, lossless scaling is basically that. Except instead of RAM, you're downloading extra FPS. It's one of those tiny upgrades that makes a massive difference. Take Red Dead Redemption 2 for example. At 10 watts, using these balanced settings that prioritize smooth performance without sacrificing too much visual quality, you get around 30 to 40 FPS. Okay. You turn on lossless scaling and suddenly you're hitting 60 FPS, without changing a single setting. It generates fake frames between the real ones, giving you a smoother motion and an overall snappier feel. Yeah. If you're really hunting for it, you can spot some artifacts when you spin the camera like a Beyblade, but that's not how anyone actually plays. Yeah. Being able to enjoy this masterpiece handheld at this level of detail is already wild to me, but hitting 60 FPS on top, that's just cheating in a good way. Take a walk through the forests, ride your horse, enjoy the beautiful skies, or lose your money playing poker. Whatever you choose, you're doing it at a smooth 60.
Yo guys, I've been playing The Witcher 3. I'm starting to understand it, bro.
Cyberpunk is another great example. With a Steam Deck preset, you get a steady 30 FPS, which is perfectly fine, but you flick lossless scaling to 2x, and boom, you get 60 FPS again. Steady and smooth. Just remember, lossless scaling isn't magic without limits. If you go crazy with 3x or 4x, you'll eventually start to notice input lag, so don't get too greedy. And if you like modern games running better, you'll probably enjoy playing older games too.
Yeah, the older games are smooth.
Emulation,
that's where
EmuDeck is the go-to. Yeah. The installation process looks intimidating, but I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. On their website, go to the download section, choose SteamOS, and click download for free. That gives you the installer file. I already have mine on desktop, so double-clicking it starts the installation, and I recommend choosing the custom mode because it lets you tailor the experience a bit more, like picking aspect ratios for certain emulators. I'm installing mine on the internal storage and selecting the highest level of integration. This includes the Steam ROM manager, and trust me, you'll need that later. Next, you choose which tools and emulators you want. In my case, I'm only here for Pokemon, so I don't really need anything except for the Game Boy Advance emulator, and on the next page I kept EmuDeck's preset and moved on. You can also configure your control layout if you want the original button mappings, and then just finish up and let the installer... Okay, so if OLED is nicer, why didn't you just get the OLED model?
Yeah.
The short answer is because that extra 200 pounds doesn't actually change how games run.
Yeah.
And for me, if I'm paying that much more, I expect more than quality of life upgrades.
Yeah.
So what do you actually get for that extra 200, or about $265? Well, it's basically a handful of nice extras. You get a slightly bigger screen by 0.4 inches, faster RAM, Wi-Fi 6E, which you only benefit from if you have a 6 GHz router, a bigger battery, and a longer charging cable. I mean, look, all of this is great, but none of it changes gameplay. Performance is identical, FPS is identical, and graphics are identical. Yes, the OLED model is a bit more power efficient, so you'll get slightly better battery life in demanding games, but the gameplay itself is completely unchanged. Coming from the Switch 2 myself, where AAA games last 2 hours on a good day, I'm already used to carrying a battery pack, and when I'm home, well, I've got electricity, so battery life isn't really a deal breaker. And before anyone jumps into the comments about the refresh rate, no, I didn't forget it. Basically, if you're planning on playing AAA titles, you're not gonna hit 60, let alone 90 FPS. Most games will sit comfortably in the 30 to 50 range.
Yeah.
A 90Hz panel doesn't magically make the deck run at 90 FPS. For indies or emulation, sure, you might be able to feel it, but 60 to 90 isn't a mind-blowing jump. 60 to 120, that's something different.
Yeah,
so for 279 pounds, the
that.
LCD model is just ridiculously good value. The OLED upgrades are nice, just not 200 pounds nice for my use case.
Oh,
so in the end,
bruh, he's right. Oh man.
it's not about replacing the Switch. It's about finally having a device that fits the rest of my gaming life. I still enjoy Nintendo's exclusives, I still use the Switch too, and I'll absolutely keep using it. But the Steam Deck opens everything else. My backlog, my favorite AAA titles, indie games, emulation, mods.
Yo, the ambulance, bro, be quiet, bro. Damn, I'm trying to like learn about Steam Deck, bro. What we doing?
Sales, flexibility, basically all the things I couldn't really do.
Yo, it's what? Nah, that sounded crazy.
In the Nintendo ecosystem. The deck doesn't compete with the Switch for me, but it completes the rest of the picture.
Yeah.
And for 279 pounds, it's probably the best value you're going to get in a handheld gaming right now. If you've been thinking about it, this might be your sign to get yourself one. So if this video helped you finally make a decision,
I think he cooks.
Maybe give that like button a gentle pat.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna like the vid, bro. He cooked, bro. I ain't gonna lie, yo. He cooks, bro. He cooks. So not gaming, he cooks, bro. YouTube, man. I'ma get a Steam Deck. I ain't gonna lie. I'ma get a Steam Deck. I am gonna wait until it goes on sale for $319 again. $320, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until it goes on sale again. I'm not gonna pay for $100. I'm gonna definitely wait. But yeah, I didn't know that you could use it like it's like a PS Portal, so I get to stream like the quality from my PC onto my. I didn't even know you could do that, bro. That's so convenient, bro. It's the Steam Deck's charge cable at the top or the bottom, because I wanted to be at the top. The top is even better, bro, because you know the regular switches charging cable at the bottom and stuff. But I'm gonna get a Steam Deck. I might do reviewing it too. I ain't gonna lie, I might do reviewing it. Okay. Yeah, so if you guys want more videos like this, bro, like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna pump out more and more gaming stuff. The Steam sale is going crazy right now, so I'm gonna buy a lot of games, and I'm gonna start streaming, bro. I can tell you, I'm gonna start streaming, bro. Really like and comment. I like talking to you guys. The last video was about $8 games and how it just is ruining the market. So if you guys want to see that video, bro, go, you know what I'm saying, my channel. And my name is Jaden. You can call me J Dub, and I'm out, bro.